Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is the preview of all previews, and I've said this for the past Champions League games. Every time we advance, it becomes more important and it becomes more serious. So it's going to be a very interesting one. Real Madrid versus Chelsea. First leg of the Champions League semi-final. Chelsea are back where we belong. We are. Anyway, before we get into this preview, I want to let you guys know today's video has been brought to you and sponsored by the OneFootball app. Yes, OneFootball have sponsored this video in order for me to let you guys know of what it's about. As you can see right here, you get your team news, you get your transfer news, not just related to your club, but to any other club and any other competition that you're interested in. You get all of your player stats, your team stats, any information that you wish to know in relation to any team domestically, European or worldwide. It's all in the app. Make sure you hit the download link in the description. Go and get the OneFootball app for yourselves and enjoy. Now, Real Madrid versus Chelsea. Champions League semi-final. It gets serious, and I've been waiting for this, and now there's added spice onto it, because before I'd look at this fixture and I'd go Real Madrid versus Chelsea. Eden Hazard, you know, nice to see him, great, but Courtois, he's the one that I've got my eyes on. I've got my eyes on Thibaut. I want Thibaut. I don't want Eden. Eden will be nice to see. I hope he's well. I hope life in Madrid is going very nice for him. This, that and the other. You know, it'd be a nice occasion. Maybe after the game, you know, sit down, bring him over to the dressing room, have a drink. Yeah, you know, have a little snack, you know, spend a little time catching up. How's things? How's family? You know, we can do all that. But Thibaut? Thibaut. The snake, yeah? I want Timo Werner to pack him in. I want to pack him in. I really do. Especially the first leg in Madrid. Chelsea have the advantage. We have the advantage on the basis that we are playing our first leg away. So, just like the last tie, and just like the tie before that, Atletico and Porto, if we get an away goal, beautiful. Even if we don't win, if we get an away goal, that will help us so much. That way we can take the game to the second leg at Stamford Bridge and hopefully finish them off and go to the Champions League final in Istanbul. We are so close. We are so close. You want me to really start getting the butterflies going for you guys? I will sum it up in one phrase. We are 3 games away from the Champions League trophy. We are 3 matches away from picking that trophy up and lifting it. That's how close we are now. And we have to believe. We really have to believe in ourselves. And we have to look at this and go, we can and we will get past Real Madrid. I'm seeing a lot of Chelsea fans on social media get all worried and start bricking themselves and start thinking, oh no, Eden Hazard's available. Oh no, oh my God, no, we're going to get battered. What are you guys on about? Relax. And at least, yeah, I'm not taking anything away from Eden Hazard, but at least if he was the same Eden Hazard that left Chelsea, he's had, if I'm not mistaken, because it might be more, but the last time I saw, 11 injuries since he left Chelsea to go to Real Madrid. He's had 11 injuries. He's only just come back. He will not be fully fit, even if he's deemed 100%, in order for him to compete against a team like Chelsea, who we know now are very physical, at the highest standard in terms of Premier League football, fitness and physicality. I don't think Eden Hazard's keeping up. And I'll be surprised if he starts. Wait until the lineup comes out tomorrow. If Eden Hazard is in that starting lineup, I'll be shocked. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes off the bench to try and make an impact. Maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe a second half, tops. But even so, I'm confident in our team. I'm confident in our manager, the plan that we're going to have, the formation that we've been using, our back three, and specifically, not just our back three, but the way that we defend and the individuals in our defence. I am fully confident in them. I have full faith in an Azpilicueta, in a Thiago Silva, in an Antonio Rudiger. You know, I have full faith in a Reece James, in a Chilwell, Mendy. I have full faith. Kante, Seeker and Destroyer. Look, I think we'll be fine. It won't be easy, right? I'm not saying it's going to be easy. And I'll show you exactly why it won't be easy. This is the Real Madrid squad that has been selected to face Chelsea. So let's take a look. This is the squad, right? You look at that on paper and you think, wow, Thibaut Courtois in goal. I know we've got history with him, but he is a good goalkeeper. Let's have it right. You look at that defence, Carvajal, Militiao, Varane, Nacho, Marcelo, that midfield, Cruz, Modric, Casemiro, Isco. You're thinking, wow. Up top, Eden Hazard, Benzema, Asensio, Vinicius Jr. You're looking at that and you're thinking, wow, that is unbelievable. Unbelievable. But for me, that's on paper. Let's analyse it a bit. In terms of their defence, Carvajal, decent, very good. Militiao, good. Varane, he's wanted, and apparently Chelsea might actually be in for him. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. But apart from that, Nacho, yes, but Marcelo, he's getting on. He's getting on. He's getting on. And I would be shocked if he's even involved 90 minutes both legs. I don't think he will be. I think Zidane will be utilising the other names I've just mentioned. We look in their midfield. You think Cruz. Cruz is actually a top midfielder. I'm not even going to lie. Cruz is goated. He is epic, right? He's good. He's really good, right? Modric. Modric is a top baller. Intelligent, fantastic. But if you are facing him against an English side, against a Premier League side, physicality. We can run him round the park. We can honestly run him ragged. He's 35 years old. 35. As long as we're moving the ball quickly, he's not keeping up. Casemiro, Isco, good midfielders. Beatable though. Beatable. We go up top. Benzema has been their saving grace. He has been their saving grace. And I do think with the formation that we have, back three, system that we utilise, Benzema has the capabilities to be nullified. Absolutely nullified. And I think we can do it. And I think he will struggle. But we'll see. Eden Hazard I've already spoken about. I think he'll have a hard time. Asensio is a top baller. Let's have it right. And Vinicius Jr. is the other one that I think we really need to focus on because he causes a lot for Real Madrid. But his one issue that he has is that he can't finish. He does everything right. And I'm not saying he doesn't score goals because he has scored goals. But he could have had a lot more. A lot more. He does everything right. And then when it comes to finishing, his final product, it's all over the place. So when I look at that and I think to Chelsea now, I honestly believe we have the physicality, we have the tactics, we have the personnel to get a job done against Real Madrid. And when you look at Zinedine Zidane, the way that he likes to set his teams up, when you look in terms of man management, I think he's fantastic. In terms of really riling his players up, getting the players all on side, getting them to play for him, I think he knows how to do that. But tactics, when it comes to the nitty-gritty detail that's required at this stage, especially when you're coming up against a Thomas Tuchel, I think Tuchel has that all day long. All day long. And that's why I am confident. Because when I look at the advantages that Chelsea have, and I look at this Real Madrid team under Zidane, I think Thomas Tuchel is smart enough to come up with a plan with the players that we have to completely nullify Real Madrid and cut them off in the same way that we nullified Atletico Madrid and in the same way that we managed to get past Porto. I honestly believe our chances are good and we are the underdogs. We are the underdogs in everyone's eyes and that is fuel to our fire. That makes us even stronger because we love to be underrated and we love to be the underdog. So when we talk about Chelsea, which starting 11 do I think he should go with? What starting 11 should Thomas Tuchel roll with? Let's get into it now. So, I already mentioned it on the other side of the coin, Miz's channel. So if you haven't checked him out, check it out, subscribe. I was with him and Matisse, the All You Can Eat Chelsea cast, and we spoke about Real Madrid, and we did speak about a lineup, and we agreed upon a lineup, and I'm not going to change a thing. So I will tell you exactly what I think. Edouard Mendy needs to be the one in goal, absolutely. This is a no-brainer, absolute no-brainer. He's been class, and I think he will be the one to come out on top in terms of the two goalkeepers. Fingers crossed when it comes to facing, Courtois. There's history there. Mendy needs to make his mark. But anyway, hopefully he has an easy day at the office. That would be him having a great game. We look at the back three. I think it just has to be these three. Experience, solidity, beasts. Yeah, simple as that. Azpilicueta, captain, experience, knows exactly what to do. Is, if I'm not mistaken, going to have Eden Hazard if he does come on, or if he does play, because I think Hazard will be used on the left-hand side. If he's not, then it will be Rudiger that will have to keep track. Not necessarily keep track, because I think the wing-backs will have to do that, but in terms of the last man that Hazard has to be, it's going to be either Azpi or Rudiger. And regardless, pick one. Hazard's having a hard time. Hazard will have a hard time. You're looking in terms of Hazard not being in his prime condition. I think either one of them, even Azpilicueta, can keep him at bay. So that defence for me has to be it. Azpilicueta, loads of experience. Thiago Silva, full of experience, has been there and done it. He was in the Champions League final last season. He knows what it means and what it takes. His experience is going to be key, and he's solid. He knows exactly what to do. His focus is going to be Benzema. Thiago Silva versus Benzema. And I have full faith that Thiago Silva can keep him at bay. So fingers crossed. And Antonio Rudiger's a beast. He's a monster. Whoever he comes up against, I think he will have a good game, and hopefully he doesn't get twisted. And I have full faith in him. So that would be the back three. If we move forward and we go up the pitch, left wing back, I think needs to be Ben Chilwell. For me, Ben Chilwell, defensively is needed. Offensively has been doing much better than he did previously in the season, but I think his defensive capabilities are going to be crucial tomorrow. And hopefully he runs that left-hand side ragged for Real Madrid and gets himself into some good defensive positions. We saw him assist Timo Werner against West Ham. Hopefully he produces more of that. That would be great. In terms of the right wing-back, Reece James. Reece. Now, if Hazard does play, and if Hazard's going to be on that left-hand side, it's going to be up to this guy to keep up with him. And let's have it right. In terms of speed, pace and power, Reece James is better. In terms of technicality, skill, he'll maybe have a hard time against Hazard, but as long as he just keeps him at bay, just leave your presence there. Be strong. Do not let him pass. And if he tries to run past, just keep up with him. And I think in terms of pace, he's faster than Hazard. So I think Reece James, if Hazard is there, we'll be able to cope. And this is why I'm confident. I'm looking at our personnel individually and I think, yeah, you know what? We can do this. Let's go into the midfield, and this is going to be the key battle. This is going to be the key battle because they've got Kroos and they've got Modric. As far as I'm concerned, Jorginho and Kante are the only two we can go to because Kovacic is unavailable. And that's a bit of a shame because Kovacic would have been playing against his old club. But for me, I think this is the two that we don't have a choice with, and the two that I think could actually work very, very well. Why? Because we have the speed to our passing. We are able to move the ball very quickly out of the back. Jorginho is a big fundamental reason for that. And Kante has been combining with him very well. And even defensively, they both look very, very solid. And we know what Kante can do. So if Modric and Kroos try to do anything, I think they're going to be on them like a rash. And in terms of reversing that, Modric and Kroos having to try to defend with the way that Kante and Jorginho can pass the ball amongst themselves with the rest of the team, I think Modric and Kroos are going to have a hard time. That's my prediction. That's why I have full faith in this game. And I think this game can be won by those two, Jorginho and Kante, building up the play and creating those avenues. So fingers crossed, they have a very, very good game. And we don't see any blunders. Now we go to the front three. I go with Ziyech and Mason Mount in behind the striker. I think, and you know, I've seen a case for Pulisic to play. Personally, though, I'd go with Ziyech. And I'd go with Ziyech because on a European night, where the game isn't against English opposition, where the spaces are tight, where it's ragged, where it's aggressive, where there's not much time to think, Ziyech, I think, can flourish. If you give him that extra second to think and that extra second to make a decision, I think Ziyech thrives. If he has the space, he does wonders. And I think against Real Madrid, they're going to be a team that are going to try and take the game to us. They're not going to be sitting back. They're at home. They need to win because they know if they come to the bridge with a result that isn't in their favour, they're on the back foot. So I think tomorrow we're going to see Real Madrid try and take the game to us. And I think it just suits Ziyech in terms of a counter-attack, in terms of being able to launch the ball to our striker, able to link up with Mason Mount. Mason Mount's very direct, and I think he will be key tomorrow in terms of his pressing and his energy and keeping that back line completely in panic. Liverpool were unable to do that, and I was surprised because that is normally how they play. But they just did not press. We press. I think Real Madrid are going to have a hard time, specifically because of Mason Mount, and I think Ziyech can play a big part. We go up top, and who will be the man? And I think it's only safe to say, in the aspect of what I've just said and how Real Madrid are going to play, Werner, I think, can get in behind very, very nicely. And with the confidence that he's picked up from scoring against West Ham, it's the perfect game to throw him in on a European night where I think the circumstances are going to suit him a little bit better. As I've said, in terms of that first touch, that extra second, being able to make that decision, I think there's going to be a little bit more space on a European night against Spanish opposition. Hopefully Werner has a very, very, liberated way, I want to say. You know, in the Premier League, you can tell that he needs to think very quickly. And I think against Real Madrid, it might be a case of him being able to take that extra second, being able to relax that little bit longer. And the game might just suit him if he's able to run in the back, pick out those runs and hopefully get that supply. And fingers crossed he scores. If Werner scores against Courtois, Werner, you are forgiven, mate. You're forgiven for everything. You're forgiven. Score tomorrow, you're forgiven. I don't care. Anyway, that would be my starting 11. Now, if we go to a score prediction, I'm going to be realistic with you guys. Because as confident as I am in this Chelsea team, and I think I'm seeing a lot of overreaction from some Chelsea fans in relation to being scared of Real Madrid and Eden Hazard, and they're going to rip us a new one. No, they won't. No, they won't. And you watch. We'll see how it goes down. I'm confident tomorrow. But I'm not going to say that we're going to go and win, because that would be a little bit foolish, I think, to come on here and say, yeah, we're definitely winning. No. Real Madrid, regardless, are a top team. They are in the semi-final for a reason. Zidane has managed to do it before. 3 times win the Champions League with Real Madrid as manager. So you can't take that away from them. But when I look to us and I'm confident, I think we can get that away goal. So my score prediction is Real Madrid 1, Chelsea 1. Bring it back to the bridge and hopefully finish them off in the second leg. That is how I think it's going to go down. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you see this happening? Are you nervous? Are you confident? Are you what? Let me know. I'd love to know how you're feeling 24 hours before the game is to begin. Let me know. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit that like button if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are new. Don't forget to download the OneFootball app. Link in the description. Head over there now. Much appreciated and enjoy. I will see you all tomorrow on the watch along for Real Madrid versus Chelsea. It's going to be fantastic. I'm nervous, I'm not going to lie, but I'm confident at the same time and I'm excited. This is what we live for. Champions League semi-final nights. It's been a while. It's so good to be back. Anyway, I'll see all of you tomorrow where we get to witness it all in the flesh and hopefully it goes well. Fingers crossed. I'll see you on the watch along. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good one. Look after yourself. See you tomorrow. Take care and peace.